What up, world? It's your woman butterfly. Y'all, I love days when I don't have to do nothing. It's Sunday and I'm off today, and I'm just relaxing. If it wasn't cold, I'd probably go to the park, but my thighs are burning from being in the gym. So I'm just gonna sit here in this chair and cuddle with Bay. Baby. Y'all, I love this freaking ice cream. This non-dairy Ben and Jerry's. It is so good. I love non-dairy ice cream or ice cream that's made with like, almond milk or coconut milk or any kind of milk besides animal milk. Because ice cream that's made with animal milk, y'all, if you like let it dry, it stinks. It smells like poop. Okay? And that's because it has poop in it. All right. So I don't freaking like ice cream. I mean, I think I broke down and ate some before, but like I was disgusted after I consumed it. It's so gross. So non-dairy ice cream is the way to go, and it's healthier for you too. Like they told you that milk is healthy, but it's not. It's really bad for you. And it's gross how they make it. It's all pink and bloody when they first like collect it. And I don't know, read about it. Watch this video called So You Think You Love Dairy or something like that. I think it's called So You Think You Love Dairy. But anyway, so I'm sitting here relaxing. It feels so good to relax. And I'm thinking, you know what? I need to get on here and tell my babies the rest of this freaking story because stuff is happening now. And it's like I need to catch up, okay? This story pretty much tells you how I ended up here in Savannah. Okay? Now, where was I in the story? I was at the part where she took me to Club Wax. Okay. And I also left something out. The part when Mr. said the jeweler took us out. There was a moment we went to a bar and then we went to a Waffle House. Okay. There was a moment when me and him were alone and I was like just asking him questions about her. I was like telling him that about her key and everything, and he was like, "Oh yeah, she called me about that," but I didn't believe her. And I was like, "You didn't believe she lost her key?" He was like, "No, she's always lying. She lies a lot." Right? And I was like, "Oh, okay. Well, where she live at?" And then he was like, "She don't have no apartment," because she told me she had an apartment. And then he was like, "She just lies all the time. She lies a lot." And now that I'm looking back, I see that was a spirit telling me that this spirit, which I believe was the devil himself, is a liar. Lies a lot, lies all the time, father of lies. Okay? So I really think there was some significance in that conversation that we had, because this spirit was letting me know that the other spirit is a liar. Okay? And is lying to me. All right? So we're at the part where we went to his house. I woke up the next morning, and she took me to Club Wax. Okay? So I had my makeup on this time, and she hired me, and she let me work. And y'all, I just cannot explain. Like, if you live in Atlanta, I'm not telling you to go to the strip club, but Club Wax is a very demonic environment. It is so demonic. Okay, some clubs are more demonic than others. This one right here is like, y'all, I just cannot. I have to continue with the story, but there's so many things happened to me in there that I don't know where to start. Okay, so I'm just gonna try to start from the beginning. All right. Club Wax is like a serious thirst trap. They start the music at 11 a.m. and they cut it off at 4 a.m. and it's like the whole time they're just playing some recordings of music, and it's the same music this every day. It's like the same. It's repetitive. Every once in a while a DJ might jump up there and say something, and then it just goes back to the same old songs. I mean, I was there for a little over a week, and I realized that it was the same pattern, and that's what brought the club down. I worked in the club so much that I thought of having my own club, and I could definitely see what was wrong with this club. It was just the same repetitive. It was not a show. It was like, put some ice cream down, slowing me down. But it was awful. Okay, now let me tell you about my demonic encounters in there. Oh, one more thing about that club. Okay, people that have these clubs, they don't really teach their girls. I only worked in one club that kind of taught their girls the game, because it's a game. Okay, when you're in the club and you're dealing with a customer. Okay, because the customer's trying to get all he can get out of you, and you're trying to get all you can get out of him. Right? And women that don't know no better, or that don't have, especially ones that don't have any dignity. I mean, you already don't have any dignity by being there, because any freaking body can come see you. Anybody can come see any dirty old man off the street, can just walk in there and see you, see all of you. So it's like, it's not worth the money. You know what I mean? Like, that's another reason why stripping never worked out for me, because I always had that thought in my mind. I'm like, there's a lot of money in here, but look at these guys. Like, look at this one that just walked through the door. He's somebody's granddad, and I'm sitting here half naked, and he could just see me. He don't even have to give me any money. He sees me. You know what I mean? Like, that always bothered me. So that's why I never became stripper of the year. And then on top of that, I always had to drink. I just had to drink to become Godiva. You know what I mean? So it was like, I'm not Godiva outside of the strip club, but in there after about 3 drinks, I was. So when you're sitting there, you talk to these guys, you have to sell a dream. You have to make them think you like them. You have to, which is dangerous. You know what I'm saying? Because people have problems. And some people think that you like them for real, and you don't, and they find out you don't. You know what I'm saying? And it becomes personal to them. You know what I mean? So it's like, there's been times when I've had to have security, block this guy right here because he thought that, and he's mad because I took all his money. And it's like, it's so horrible. I forbid any of my children or anybody from my family or anybody that I know to go in there and think that it's going to be great, because it's not. The devil's going to take you for a ride, just like he took me. But these girls just in this club, they didn't want to put any effort into the game, into trying to talk to the guy and get dances off him. They was just, how much you want to have sex for? That's it. That's what kind of club it is. Okay? And I could tell by the way the customers acted, because the customers were really spoiled. You know what I mean? They're like, no, I don't want no dance. I don't want no dance. I don't want to have sex. I don't want no dance. I don't want to have sex. I don't want no dance. I got a lot of that in there. And it was like, oh my gosh. All right. So finally was able to talk a dude into a VIP, right? In Atlanta, the dances are $5. What can you do with $5? Nothing. You cannot do anything with $5. Okay? I was like, I cannot believe that I have to dance for a whole song for $5. Right? And thank God that this club was not a nude club, because most of the clubs are nude in Atlanta, and you getting booty naked for $5 freaking dollars. Okay? That is not worth it. All right. Now, in this club, it wasn't a nude club, but the dances were still $5. So if you ask a dude, did he want to dance, he'll give you like a 20, and you gotta dance 4 songs for $20. Okay, that's why you become so exhausted. All right, not to mention there's smoke everywhere, so you can barely freaking breathe. Okay. Anyway, oh, and the VIP, the way that it's set up is like a brothel-like type deal. Okay, because you got to give the club $100 to stay back there for 15 minutes. Okay, that's not a good setup. Okay, because once a dude pays $100, that's like, okay, where's my show? You know what I mean? Okay, he's not gonna want to pay no more. Okay, so it's $100 to go back there. All right, then after that, you have to get more money out of the customer. Okay, so you have to be talking to somebody that's kind of generous or whatever to get back. I'm sorry, it's $75. It was $75. But once a customer pays $75, he doesn't want to get back there. He doesn't want to pay anything else until somebody dances for him or whatever, right? Trust me, I know how these customers think, all right? So I was able to talk a guy into a VIP, all right? $75 to go back there in the room, and then I was like, if you give me 100 more, we can stay back there for 15 minutes, and I'll dance for you. And he was like, well, you're going to get nude? And I was like, no, I'm not going to get nude. I'll think about it. So I will think about it. It depends on when we get back there. And he was like, all right, man, don't be trying to cheat me out of my money, man, blah, 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 blah. I was like, oh, my gosh, just please, let's just go back there and I need this $100, okay? So we went back there, right? Turns out that this customer, he was actually a regular there. And since I was new, that's the only reason why he picked me, okay? And then, of course, when we got back there, he tried to... He was polite, but of course he tried, was like, hey, you gonna have sex with me, blah, blah. And I was like, I'm not having sex for $100. You know what I'm saying? It ended up both of us kind of being irritated, but, once you get back there and you spend your money, you can't get a refund or whatever. But, he was like, okay, I just want my dance. And like, he was, I was dancing for him and I was like, I'm just gonna get this money off of him. I know he's mad, but, I never said we were gonna have sex. I never said that, and I really don't want him to touch me. I told him I don't think about getting nude. I'm not going to do it. I already thought about it. Lord, that was the longest 15 minutes of my life. Right. So, y'all, in the VIP room, okay, there's like a little chair or whatever. And I pushed it. It was like a laundry thing. A laundry hamper, it looked like, okay? I pushed it out of my way. You know how sometimes you find a dirty condom somewhere? You know how when you find a dirty condom, there's usually only one? Okay. I pushed it out of my way, and I saw the dirty condom, right? And I was like, ew, you know what I'm saying? Like I was just so disgusted to even be in the room. And I'm like, okay, so that's what goes on back here. That's why this guy is so mad, because that's what he thought he was going to get when he came back here, And I'm like, okay, the dance is over now, right? So he left, right? And I was just being nosy. I was like, is that a dirty condom? That is a dirty condom. That's all right. I pushed the little hamper more. There were more dirty condoms back there. There was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dirty condoms back there, right? I went and I alerted the manager. And I was like, you know what? You got some dirty condoms in your VIP room, right? And he was like, oh, man, oh, my bad. That's what them girls be doing back there. That's what them girls be doing. I'll get it cleaned up. I had to talk to him about that, right? But I could tell by the way he was saying that he already knew that goes on in there. And I was like, where the hell am I? You know what I mean? Like, this is not I just want to go. Like, I don't even know if I'm going to get another VIP. I don't know where I'm going to sleep tonight. You know what I mean? Like this is crazy. All right? Now, mind you, this girl had dropped me off at this club. She used to work there, but she got fired. She got fired from a lot of clubs because she goes into the clubs and she wows out. Like, she just starts yelling and cussing and screaming at people and talking about how much she hates people. And she's been fired for almost every club in Atlanta, right? So, it's because she's the devil, right? Okay, this episode is 15 minutes. I'm going to cut it and make a part 2. Because this is what happened when the devil's daughter dropped me off at Club Wax.